So this is the last part of the chapter which we are starting today. This is basically the program development life cycle. In the next chapter, we are going to start the programming actually. And in this chapter, we have learned what are the steps which we need to follow before writing a program, before writing the code of any program. So before writing the code, what we need to do, we have created an algorithm and we have created a flow charts. So first of all, before you get, when you get any type of problem, what you have to do, you have to define the problem. This is program development life cycle. First is you have to define the problem. For example, I have given you a question to check whether the user is eligible to vote or not. First of all, the first step is you have to understand the question. What is the problem? You have to define that problem, that how many inputs will be there and how many outputs will be there. So if the question is to check whether the user is eligible to vote or not, in this question you will have only one input, and that will be the age of the user. So you have to define your problem first. So this process is known as defining. When you decide yourself that how many inputs you have to take from the user and how many outputs will be there, this is known as a problem definition. Next is requirement analysis. Requirement analysis is also same, like you have to decide all your inputs and output, what you require as an input and what you require for an output. Here for input, I require only one variable, that is I can take that variable a, b, c, or I can take that variable age. Here in the variable age, I'll be storing the value which user will enter. So this is my requirement, that I have to take the age from the user. So this is my requirement. And then I have to display the answer to the user. So I also need to I don't, this time I have to don't perform any calculation. I don't have to perform any calculations. So I don't have any other variable using which I have to display the output. So I need only one variable, that is for input. Next is designing. Now after deciding what you require, you can start designing your program. Designing means you can create either an algorithm for the program, or you can also create a flow chart. This is your choice now. Either you want to write the steps in simple English language as an algorithm, or you want to draw it in a diagrammatical form, that is known as flow chart. So that this part is known as designing. After designing, next step is coding. Coding means now the flow charts or the algorithms which you have already written, you have to convert it into coding now. This is the actual thing which will happen. So that is coding. Next is after coding, next step will be testing. Testing means you have to test whether your program is working fine or not, whether there is any error in the program or not. You have to check your program, that whether it is working fine or not. So that this process is known as testing. And after testing, suppose there is an error in your program, then you have to recorrect that error. You have to correct that error even 1,000 times. If you are getting the error message, then 1,000 times you have to correct it. And this process is known as maintenance. And after maintenance, we came back to the problem again. That is why it's a cycle, because maintenance means maybe at the time of maintenance, I realized that I need one more variable to solve any other problem. Mayank, off your camera. So maybe I'll require one more variable. So I'll came back to the problem defining stage again. So this is why, that is why this is a cycle in which you have to move. So first you have to define your problem, then you have to take the requirements of your problem, means how many you have to decide, how many inputs you want, how many outputs you want, that you have to do. This stage is known as requirement analysis. Next step is designing. In designing you will create either algorithm or you will create flowcharts. After creating algorithm and flowchart, next step will be coding. You will convert it into the code now, and after coding you will test your program whether it is working fine or not, and after testing you will do the maintenance of the problem. It means if there is any error you will correct that error, that is maintenance. Okay, next is now what is coding. Coding means code is a set of instructions that computer can understand. Now the algorithm and the flowchart which we were creating, it is not understood by computer cannot understood that. So we have to write in the language of computer. So if you have to give the instructions to the computer, definitely, because suppose if I have to give the instruction to a person who can listen or who can understand only French language or who can understand only German language, then I need to instruct that person in that language only. It means computer cannot understand English. It means I have to give instructions to the computer in the language of computer. So that language is known as coding. So code is a set of instruction that computer can understand. It is made up of words or numbers. In coding, we can have words as well as numbers, and we put them in right order so that it tell computer what to do. So we can write words also, we can write numbers also here, but we have to put it into the correct order so that computer can understand what he has to do. And code which you write in programming language is also known as source code. The coding, the instruction which we give to the computer is also known as source code. उसको हम source code भी बोलते हैं. Okay, now what is testing? After coding we have to do testing also. Testing means the purpose of testing is to ensure that the program is working as expected. Means suppose I have taken two values from the user and then I have calculated the output of I have calculated the product of those two numbers and I have displayed it as an output. So testing means the purpose of testing is to ensure that the program is working fine. Means it is taking the numbers from the user, then it is doing the calculation, and after that it is giving the output in the correct way or the correct word or the correct number as an output. So if all the steps are fine and it is working fine, it means the testing purpose is complete. And if there is an error, then the process of removing the errors from the software is known as debugging. Debugging means the process of finding out the errors. Suppose I have written a code, and if I'm finding the errors from that code, that process is known as debugging. And I have to also remove those errors from the program. So the complete step of finding the errors and then removing the errors is known as debugging process. Debugging means you are finding the errors in your program. Suppose you have done a mathematical question and the teacher is saying there is an error in this. You have the answer which you are showing is not correct. Means now if you will find out that what mistake you have done in your question, the process of finding the error and then correcting that error is this process is known as debugging. Bug क्या होता है? Bug का मतलब होता है error. So जब हम bug को ठीक करते हैं तो this process is known as debugging. So testing is basically you are just checking that everything is working fine or not. Okay, next is now what are the errors? Like if the computer will giving us few errors, then what are the different types of error which we can get from the computer? These are the three different types of errors which we can get. First is syntax error. Syntax error means it occur if the programmer is not following the correct grammar or the rules of a language. For example, if I'm using a language C, then I have to use print word to give the output. But if I'm using a C++ language, then I have to use C out. And if I'm using Java, then I have to use the word which is related to Java. So every language have their grammar rules and the rules of the language which we need to follow. And if we are not following the correct grammar or the rules of the language, it means there will be a syntax error in the program. Like suppose if you are writing English, a paragraph you are writing in English, and then after every sentence you are not putting a full stop, it means it's a syntax error because you are not following the rules of the language or the correct grammar you are not using. Suppose you have to write he is going to the park, and instead of using is, you are writing he are going to the park. Are is an incorrect word because are is used with uh, plural things, like they are going to the park, but he क्योंकि वो singular है, so we cannot use are here. So if you are doing this type of errors while writing a program, then it means it's a syntax error. Next is logical error. Logical error means this occurs if there is some logical mistake in the program. And these are the errors which are hardest to find because of this. Syntax error se kya hota hai? If you are doing any syntax error na, the error will stop your program and you will not be able to run it again. So you will get an halt in the program. You will not be able to run your program. आपका program अपने आप stop हो जाएगा and it will not give you an output. So you will be able to recognize that you have done some mistake in the program. But there are logical errors in which it will not stop your program. It will start giving the incorrect output, but the program will not get stopped. Now this occurs if there is some logical mistakes in the program. These errors are basically hardest errors which we can find in the program, because the program is not getting stopped here. For example, I have given you one question in which you have to calculate the product of two numbers, and you are doing a question in which you are calculating the sum of two numbers. Now, because you are doing it correct, instead of multiplication, you are doing the addition. It means the program is running correct. Program will not get stopped. You will get the output, but the problem is the output which we are getting, this output is not correct. So these types of errors are known as logical errors. Next is runtime errors. Runtime errors are those errors which occur when you are running your program, when you have started your program and in between your program stops and it is not giving you the output now, and it is also not proceeding further. So these types of errors are known as runtime error. For example, you are using the software these days, the school software. Maybe one in at the time of exam you may have faced sometime uh, error 500, and error 500 means you cannot run you cannot use this window this time, because maybe this may occur because you are not connected properly with the internet, or maybe your internet is slow. That is why you are not able to open the window which you are trying to open. For example, your exam is conducting at the same time and you are trying to open the exam, but exam is not getting opened. So this type of error is known as runtime error. For example, you are entering your ID and password in the software and it is giving you an error message that the ID and password you are entering is not correct. So if anything happens like this type of error is known as runtime error. It means something went wrong during the program execution. Execution means जब program चल रहा है उस time पे कुछ गलत हो गया है. कुछ गलत क्या हुआ है? You have not entered the correct ID and password. That is why you are not able to proceed further. See, so this type of error is known as runtime error. So basically, these are the three types of errors: syntax error, logical error, and runtime error. Syntax error means you are not writing the correct grammar or the rules of language you are not using correctly. Logical error means the output is coming, but the output is not correct because you have written maybe the incorrect symbols for the multiplication or division or addition, or maybe you are not, output is coming, the program is not getting stopped, but the output is not correct. So these types of error are known as logical errors. Runtime error means you were running the program and in between the internet stopped working, so now you are not able to proceed your test, you are not able to complete your test. So if this type of error is coming, it means it's a runtime error. So these are the three types of error, and here the chapter ends. So now